I've never seen a strong person with an easy past, and this woman's story is no different. Her journey was failure after failure, rejection after rejection, setback after setback. Let me tell you her story. At the age of 17, she was rejected from college. At 25, she experienced what she describes as the most traumatizing event and experience of her entire life. It was when her mother passed away after a 10-year battle with multiple sclerosis. At 26, she had a miscarriage. At 28, she got divorced. It's been described as breaking up from an abusive relationship, and then she was diagnosed with depression. As you can see, her life so far was not simple or easy, but actually it was quite the opposite. At 29, she was living in a tiny apartment, a single mother living on welfare, jobless and penniless. She said she was as poor as possible without being homeless. In her 2008 Harvard University commencement speech, she said she was the biggest failure she knew. And at 30, after suffering the loss of her mother, after being rejected from college, after being in an abusive relationship, after going through a miscarriage and giving birth and being jobless and penniless in the UK, she wanted to commit suicide. Instead, she'd been working on a book. She submitted her manuscript that was rejected by over a dozen publishers. At 31, she finally published her first book. At 35, she became author of the year. At age 42, she sold 11 million copies of her book within 24 hours. Her name is J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter. She has become one of the most successful authors of all time and one of the wealthiest women in the world, but all through a struggle, pain, and journey of hardship. In 2006, she told a newspaper that most of her books are about death because of how she lost her own mother. And that's in Harry Potter's experience of the death of his parents, and also in Voldemort's addiction to immortality. Because she stated, "Aren't we all frightened of death? When we think we don't have time to be creative, when we think we feel pressure because of our workplace, we can recognize this incredible example of J.K. Rowling and how she was able to find creativity even when her life was crumbling." In 2011, Forbes estimated her worth to be $1 billion. But allegedly, she doesn't have that ranking anymore. Do you know why? Because she decided to donate a significant amount of her money to charity. This is a lesson for all of us. No one we admire, no one we are inspired by, no one that we take any inspiration from has got to where they are without rejection, without failure, without pain. And remember this changed my life. Any rejection is just redirection.